everybody, welcome back to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob, and tonight I was working on a project. Today it was pretty nice out, and I did a live chat this morning, and right after that I went out and took a four-wheeler ride with the landlord and come back and decided that I was going to get started on the pond out front. So I put the pond back in the hole, had to dig it out some more so it would go down lower. Probably didn't get it low enough, but low enough to work. And then I filled it up with water, and now I'm working on a pump. Now this here, when I lived in Winston-Salem, they have what you call trash week, where they throw all their stuff, no matter what it is, furniture, junk, metal, whatever. And that's the only time of the year that they'll take that stuff. So basically cleanup week, spring cleaning deal. Well, I used to like going and riding the streets and see what all people were throwing away, and then if I seen something I liked or I needed or I could use, I'd just pick it up and go on. Well, I found these pool pumps, and this one was the head unit out of one of them, and it was salvageable. It had a cord that was cut off of it, so I added a new cord, and then I just covered it with RTV gasket maker to seal it. And I got to build a platform for it that's a little bit wider than this, and I don't know what I'm going to use to make that. I really don't want to use aluminum, because aluminum might contaminate my water. I don't know. If anybody knows, let me know. But I plan to house fish in this, so I need to get it up off the ground because of this cord. So I got to have a place to tuck this cord and have a platform on it that's bigger, so that the weight of my filter I'm building won't tip it. So I'll put you down here and show you what I came up with. So we started out with this, and I like this pump because you can just unscrew that head there off of it, and then you got that part so you can clean everything out. And this is your propeller. So this item can be cleaned really good. So let's just imagine that thing's setting straight for now. And this, I need to get it to where it's setting up straight and it's not pinching the cord. And if I make it bigger, I can just put rocks and gravel. In fact, I'm putting gravel in my pond also, so I can just add gravel all the way around it to hide everything underneath. Alright, so then I made this piece. I turned this on the lathe to fit this because it was an odd size. So I just turned this on the lathe and made it a press fit. Alright, so that will go on there. And the beauty about it is if I want to take that part off, this is pinned, it ain't going to come off, and I can take the whole thing off. Alright, and it also doubles as a wave maker, because the exhaust comes through here. This is the intake, and this is the exhaust. So I can point that to the one side and it'll do a wave maker to move the water around in a circle. So fish need some aeration, and we're going to put a bubble wall in there too, I think. And the wave maker, basically what it does is just to well, fish like waves and moving water, and it keeps the dirt stirred up to the point where it always makes it sure it hits into the filter. So everything that's moving around the filter is going to get pulled into the filter. So we don't know how good this filter is going to work, but we're hoping. So then we got this piece here, and these are just pieces that I found laying around, you know, just stuff I had laying around. So we're just utilizing whatever we got laying around. Alright, so we made that so that we can put that on there. Like that. Alright, because it's not very deep. So we had to put it downward a little bit, because the top of the water is about right here. And if I put it under the gravel, it'd be about there. So that's why we made this. So now I 3D printed a screen. So we put the screen in there, and then we've got our tube with all the holes drilled in it, and then that will go in there like that. And why is nothing fitting now? Do I have something backwards? For some reason it's not working right. Alright, so yeah, that thing was fitting tighter than that a while ago. Now it's not fitting very tight at all. Alright, well, we'll put a screw or something in there. That's no big deal. Alright, so then we've got this part right here. And then that goes on there. I don't want to put any glue on it because I want to be able to take it apart. So now we can take that loose, and we'll just put a screw in the side of this on two sides to hold that, because it doesn't really need to seal, because there's going to be a filter over top of it anyway. So then we have bio balls. Alright, so we fill this up. That was the purpose of the screen. And we just fill that up with bio balls. Clear to the top. And then I 3D printed a spacer, or a block, to go in the end of it so that no water gets sucked through it. Forces the water to be sucked through these holes. And then alright, and then this will get turned in whatever fashion I want it to be in. So this will be covered with, I'll show you. This piece is too small, but this is what I'm going to use, and I'll probably cut a piece that I can wrap twice. And then I'll zip tie the end and do the same thing here. Put a zip tie on this end. Well, actually this one might be big enough, but I kind of wanted to wrap it twice, so we'll make one that we can wrap twice. We'll put a zip tie on this end, zip tie on this end. We've got our bio balls in here, and we've got our cotton batting, and that's all that is cotton batting. Buy it at any craft store or Joann Fabrics or whatever. So I think this will work pretty decent for a filter. Yeah, it's not something you go buy in a store, but I kind of like it better when you make it yourself. Now, we don't know if this is going to work or not, but it should work just fine. Yeah, I'll have to clean it more often because of the kind of filter that it is, but I've seen filters that were less, so I think that'll work just fine. And that pump works. I've done tested it. So that is the pool pump that I'm going to be using in my pond out front. So I hope you guys got something out of this. Learned that you can make stuff with whatever you got laying around the house. A lot of people have PVC pipe laying around. Might have an old pump laying around somewhere. It's got a head in it like that. Just make it work for you guys. Anyway, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Give me some rumble, guys. You guys have a good one. Later.